What's up everybody, it's your boy MYP Music with another video. Today I'm going to go through the song Boyfriend by Ariana Grande. Just a disclaimer, if you can hear a thumping sound, is my neighbor who is basically plays some mad music and I can hear it up to my room. As you know, the first thing you do with any GarageBand project, you want to make sure you're in the right key. And for this song, the right key is a B flat, B black key or B flat minor. And the tempo for this song is 95, and the time signature is 4/4. So the first thing I started working on, let's just close all this. The first thing I started working on was the kick and the snare. The kick I divided into two parts, and I'll explain to you why. So the first kick I started working was the dum dum dum. So let's hear it. It's a very simple kick, and to get this type of kick, you need to obviously add the instrument, and to add the instrument, you add it from the acoustic drums. This is what you're presented with. The next thing you're presented with is electronic, and you look for tight trap. And the kick I used in this case was this. Okay, so let's just delete this off and go to the actual one I worked on. And it's just a basic three kicks, but I'm going to go into the edit mode so you guys can see which one I used. And this is just about it. It's just one here, one here, and one here. Okay, after that, the next thing I did was to add, there's like a slide kick before the snare. Okay, and I think this is the snare anyway. Let's just hear this. It's quite a strong snare. Let me just play it so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Can you hear that? In the song is not very loud, so it's just kind of like in the background, okay? And what I basically did is, let's first get into the edit mode so you can see exactly where it is. You understand why I separated it. So just copy this kick. After you've done that, you go into edit, you go into the plugin and EQ, and you add a low pass filter. This can be found if you go, let me go back a little bit more. Tap on EQ, you go into the edit mode, you tap edit, you're presented with this menu. You tap on the plus again, and you go to audio unit extensions. Obviously I have some extra extensions which are free, but I don't really use them, but you know, I just wanted to download them. But in this case you need the low pass filter. So after you've done that, you press done, and it allows you to actually edit the filter. Just copy this, and basically we are just cutting off those frequencies, so it sounds a lot more milder. Let me just play that for you. So let's try without the filter. Let's isolate this. So you can hear that it's quite strong. Let's try with the filter. It's a bit more muffled, isn't it? So the next thing I started working was the hi-hat. It is like a constant hi-hat. Okay, and so let's just mute this and just copy my hi-hat. It's just like one hi-hat every second, and all together at this point, this is what we have. It's like a quite groovy sound. And at this point, the next thing I wanted to add was a bit more depth to my beat. And as usual, in most of the guides I show you guys, I try to use an Apple loop or whatever loop that is available in the Apple loops section. In this case, I chose the bar band basic drum set 05. So let's just unmute it, and I'll just reduce the snare a little bit because it's a bit loud in my headphones. Just to add a little bit more depth in the beat. You can use any one that you like, but this is the one I chose just because I just kind of liked it. Now the hardest bit of the hardest point of this bit was the next phase, which is in the song there's like a I would say like a vocal or a vocoder. So basically it's like a sound going through like a plugin called vocoder or whatever device you're using. It allows you to create these weird sounds, okay? And the thing that struck me the most from that was the wow kind of thing. Unfortunately, on GarageBand, we don't really have, from my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, there's not a vocoder plugin or add-on. So I just kind of decided to use these two instruments, which is the pulsar wind and the voice scanner. The pulsar wind can be found in the effects section. So if you tap on the keyboard, smart keyboard or keyboard, you find it in the pulsar wind. Okay, and the next instrument I used was the voice scanner. The voice scanner can be found in Alchemy Synth. So if you go back here, tap on Alchemy Synth, and you scroll down to vocals, and you find the voice scanner. The next thing I added, did specific for this instrument, was to add some effects to it. If I can slide to the right, let's remove the key and just copy my settings for this. I can't remember which one I changed, and copy my settings for these two. I'm sure it's nothing too different from the actual one, but I just wanted to edit it a little bit. Then afterwards, specifically for the vocoder, not for the vocoder, for the voice scanner, very similar names here, I added some few more details to it. So I went to the visual EQ, reduced a little bit of the low end and slightly the high end, but just because I felt like it, nothing really special. And just like before, I added another plugin. Okay, the plugin can be found in Edit, Plus, and you put the Microphaser. Once after you've done that, you're presented with this, and just copy this setting. So basically, I kind of like messed around with the LFO rate and the feedback and the intensity. Same thing with the pulsar wind. I added a Microphaser, and I think the distortion, I don't know if I added it or it was already present in the settings. I can't really remember. Sometimes the plugins are already pre-installed to give you that effect. So just like before, copy my settings for this, for the distortion and for the chorus. If you like, you can pause the video at this point, and let's just listen to it, because obviously the particular hard point of the song of Boyfriend is because of that. That is the key note, that's a key sound to driving the song, and it's very hard to reproduce that in GarageBand. But that's the point. We don't want to make it the same, but we want to make something similar anyway. Okay, so let's just isolate both of these ones and play it. So these are the chords I used. If you notice, these ones are the chords on the pulsar wind are much longer, but quite a bit longer than the ones in the voice scanner, because it just sounded, I wanted to give it that effect that was similar to the actual one, but it kind of failed at it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Let's get into the edit mode so you can see the chords. So these are the chords that are used for it. You can copy it, and you can pause the video here and just copy it. And basically what I did is the same thing for the next one. I just copy and pasted it and just shorten it a little bit. So I'll go up a little bit so you can just have a look at it and pause the video. Okay, at this point we are very close to the end of the song, and the only thing left is the bass line. The bass line for this song is what is also helping driving the chorus. Okay, so I chose the muted muted bass, but you can use any one you like. I think another good option could be the Liverpool one or the P bass, and just copy my notes. You can pause the video at this point if you want to. It's quite simple bass line, literally just a couple of notes here and there, and to help with the song itself. Nothing too big. And you can make another copy of it, like, you know, duplicate it, and make another one, because there's a part of the bass line, it goes like something like that. So this one is just basically a duplicate of this. I didn't do anything particular to that. So let's just isolate the bass line so we can hear that, and just play it. Quite smooth bass line. I don't play any instruments, but you can figure it out with GarageBand. You just mess around with the touchscreen. Whatever, I can't remember the notes I played, but that's the point of having a touchscreen. You can just mess around with the notes until you get it right, and just record yourself doing so. And that's the fun thing about GarageBand. In regards to people that don't know how to play an instrument, but they just want to have fun and make the music they like. So at this point, the song was pretty much done. Now you don't need anything else to make it sound like Boyfriend. So let's just play the whole thing once again. Boyfriend. Mad. And anyway, I decided to add some gentle bells to it, because I wanted to wanted to kind of like hear the main bit of the song, of the chorus, I would say. And yeah, that's just really what I did. If you guys have watched one of my previous video, I used the instrument gentle bell, which can be found, if I can remember, where can this be found? Yeah, it can be found in Synth Classics. And just copy my settings. So yeah, that's it. I just really used the gentle bell to create kind of like the melody itself. Okay, so you can just copy this, pause the video. I'm going to play them individually. I just want to show you guys the notes. Have a look at it. It's very simple. And this is the more busy one. Yeah, just copy and paste this into your project. As usual, I will leave in the description below the GarageBand project, so you can put it into your GarageBand for your phone, or for your iPad, or even the desktop version. As long as you use the stock plugins, the stock loops, you should be able to transfer the same thing into your macOS. So you can just use it and use it to make your own Ariana type beats for your production if you want to. So it's literally very useful. I enjoy doing that myself with the macOS. So if we isolate the bells and then just play it. Okay, and that concludes it. And after you got this main patterns, you're good to go. This is the song completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys in the next one.